capsicum. Here's another great little tub I put together. This, I'll tell you all about, is amazing. You'll love that. Very decent olive oil. Lemon, actually. Let me get one up. There you are. You know them from the smell. You know, we don't even know that anymore. We pick our fruit, and because of what the kind of things I talk about in the podcast, our fruit, its look, is something that you think is the most important part. But gee whiz, you are seriously wrong. But we have been railroaded into believing that. Okay? Go to americadaily.com, jump on my show, The Balance in Fitness, click on the videos and everything else. It'll take you straight to iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, like you're on here, and just soak in what I'm talking about. Soak in the information. Let it bring you to a state of true strength. Something that will allow you and your family to rocket upwards, and you as a parent to have the firmness and the steadfastness to truly take your children out of the addicted states that they're in. And we know they are. That's not a hard thing for me to say. It's unfortunate, but we've all been put into that state. The addiction they have to so many different horrific foods, and also the notions that are built in them from constant marketing. And if you go to episode 7 of my podcast, you will never look at marketing the same way again. You will never look at a piece of advertising or the television ads or what comes up on the computer ever again the same, ever. Mainly because you will know where their kind of thinking began in order to constantly want to make us feel a certain way about something. Okay? This isn't demonizing companies. This is getting you to the facts that will allow your awareness to really propel forward. So, the only other part is, what we all really need is some decent tapoya. So I'll grab one of them. And as you can see, this is a real kitchen, okay? And yes, we really do have this much fruit at our kitchen, pretty much all the time. That's because, hey, a healthy family, how do you think we get healthy? Do you think we get healthy by pills and potions? You've got to be kidding me. One of the main things is too, that so many of the extreme ways of eating are actually to be done when you're seriously ill, okay? Sometimes they're actually quite good, but they're not things you do all the time. It's not necessary at all. What's necessary is to actually get back to your real foods. So let's have a look at this. Right, I'll put something in front of me. Now, one of the things I really love is celery. So I literally pick out 1 or 2, let's just do 1, because to be honest, 1 solid stick of celery has so much goodness in it that you don't need to have 10 sticks at all. And capsicum, amazing. I think you guys in the States call them peppers. All I do is put them into chunks, and listen, if any of you, which most of you probably have, forgotten what it's like to take in the serious, juicy, beautiful flavors of our fruits and vegetables, you better get back to it. Because if you want to get off the merry-go-round that is killing all of us, the cancers that are thriving within our society, you better step away, take a serious control of your own character, and get out of the chemicals that have addicted us to all kinds of foods for over 100 years now. All right? Capsicum. Well, of course, I'm taking longer because I'm talking so much as usual. Now, the other one I always do is carrot, and hopefully, yes, here's another one. Carrot. Now, 1 carrot is simply so much nutrient for a person that you definitely don't need to eat a whole carrot. Just cut off a good chunk, cut it into, obviously, what you feel is the way you'd like to eat it. Maybe ladies would be a bit more dainty, but I like big chunks. And the other one for me, cucumber. Raw cucumber is not only amazingly powerful nutrient, but the water, the actual water content in it, it's like having a drink at the same time. It gets utilized like that. Actually, nearly everything in there does, because it is truly packed, every single one of them, packed with such a range of nutrient that when you put them all together and you eat it all in the way I'm about to show you, not only are you full, well and truly, like you've just had a very decent meal, but it is utilized by your body so quickly that literally within a couple of hours, you're feeling like you could have another meal again. But you don't, because of the nutrient content that your body has taken in. Remember, dead foods are all these processed foods that we actually eat all the time. They're the dead foods. Even the organic processed food, the organic corn chips or the organic this or the organic that, because they're so highly processed, they process the life out of food so that it lasts for ages. So one company can make money out of people around an entire country. They can get their stuff out to an entire country's worth of people. But the only companies that are wealthy enough to be able to do this kind of mass production, and you must go to the podcast and listen to what I talk about in there. True awareness, that will let you realize that we really have been completely overtaken by these massive companies putting massive money in to make mass production of our foods that promulgates nothing but dead foods with squillions of dollars of marketing over literally the last, especially 80 years, which is beyond most of your lifetimes. Most of you looking at me are definitely not 100 years old. So you were born into the kind of ferocious advertising that got all of us to the point where we just were part of that thinking. So we don't even know any better. All right. Now, of course, I've blown out the timing because again, I'm talking so much. Just a quick one on these olives. One of my staff, Penny, her parents in Italy make these. Oh, no, sorry, not in Italy, in Greece. Her parents have a vineyard. Look at this. There's even rosemary in here from Greece. Unbelievable. And these things are in the olive oil that they make on their vineyard. Obviously, it's an olive farm as well. Oh, the difference in taste of this olive oil is just beyond your wildest dreams. So look, that there is more than enough nutrient to see a person through an entire day. And that's only one meal. The other thing that people are linking into too is this fasting. But fasting is simply the understanding that we've been eating way too much. Why do you think that is? Why do you think we eat way too much as a people? You'll all have your own understandings. I'm guaranteed they'll all be right. So, fasting is simply the understanding that we're eating too much. Don't go to an extreme with it. Don't start to think that, you not eating for half a day every day is a must. It has to be done. Don't regiment yourself like that. Simply go to the Balance in Fitness, listen to our podcast. Remember, go to americadaily.com. Check out the news while you're there. They have incredible news. And get onto my page, listen to the podcast. Step by step and week by week, we are going to make a path together. You will make a path for yourself because you become aware with facts and basic knowledge that allow you the strength to be able to lift up your family's health, both psychologically and mentally. All right? Now, half a lemon, or not even half. To be honest, don't use half, because if you were to go through half a lemon a day, it'd be too much for your system. Don't go to extremes. Just a good chunk of lemon, squeeze it on there. You don't even have to use the whole lot. Then, your olive oil,